it's your girl Nix. I'm sitting here with my new buddy. This is my new bestie right here, Jonathan Chinn. How are you doing?
I'm doing really well. This is my first ABFF, and I'm loving every minute of it.
Awesome, awesome. Okay.
It's a great festival.
You know, you have this great personality. Now we're going to talk about something that's kind of downer.
We're gonna bring it down.
Yeah, just a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, your documentary, LA '92, is about the riots and everything. Like, what made you decide to do this story?
Well, we knew that it was the 25th anniversary, and we felt that it was a really important event in American history. So we wanted to somehow commemorate the event. I'm a documentary filmmaker, so that's the way I'm going to commemorate it. And also, for me personally, I was actually a USC film school student in '92, so I was right there in South Central when it happened. So from a personal point of view, it was just a story that I lived through, that touched me, and LA is my chosen city. I've raised a family there, and I just wanted to be part of sort of looking at that event through the eyes of a Los Angelino.
Wow. So is there anything major that you learned as you were doing the documentary that you didn't know?
Oh, yes. So much, so much. I wasn't actually that familiar with the Latasha Hollins case. Latasha Hollins was the 13-year-old black girl who was shot in the back of the head by a Korean shop owner for allegedly trying to steal some orange juice. And the judge, in her infinite wisdom in that case, decided to give the shop owner community service. She served no jail time and I think a small fine. And I wasn't aware of that story and how that actually added to the frustrations and anger. Obviously, Rodney King is the more publicized case, but the Latasha Hollins case I was not that aware of. And I think in sort of a more general sense, in kind of getting into a little bit more granular detail about the story and what happened in Los Angeles in 1992, I sort of realized in the filmmakers, the directors, Dan, Lindsay, and T.J. Martin, who did an amazing job with this film, sort of helped, I think, show me that there's no community that's monolithic. There's no community where every member of that community believes the same thing, you know, and it was true of the black community in Los Angeles at the time. There were some who were calling for peace, others who were calling for violence or destruction, and there were others that were attacking businesses, others that were trying to protect their businesses. So it was a very complicated event. The thing that everybody shared was an incredibly harrowing, emotional, and visceral experience.
Wow. So you don't have any talking heads in this. This is all just footage from the actual event. Like, what made you decide to do it like that?
Well, I mean, I think with a lot of the stuff we do, we try and think about sort of original ways of telling a story. Not for the sake of it, but because, you know, people know the story of the Los Angeles riots. I think in this instance, I think we felt that we wanted the footage to speak for itself. We weren't interested in a sort of too much of a journalistic approach where we had experts or even people that had lived through it sort of talk us through it, hold our hands through it, analyze what was going on. We wanted the viewers to be taken back to that time and experience it and experience all the complicated emotions that I was just talking about for themselves and try and make sense of it. And I think you know, as soon as you interview somebody, all of a sudden, for that part of the film, you're sort of hearing that person's point of view, and in some ways, we wanted to sort of get rid of that and just throw people back into the experience of it without any analysis. And so it was a creative challenge, I think. You know, we're always up for a creative challenge, and also it felt like, you know, you can't do it for every story. You need there to be enough footage in order for you to create a story just with the archive footage. But in the case, yeah, it took a long time to get the footage. But in the case of the riots of '92, obviously it was in LA, it was in Hollywood, so there were plenty of cameras around. So there was enough footage to do it. It was a Herculean task, though.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it was. So you have a new partnership with ABFF.
That's correct.
Tell me about that.
Well, Lightbox, which is my production company that I partnered with my cousin and business partner, Simon Chinn. We've partnered with Jeff and the ABFF to create an initiative that is going to foster greater diversity in the documentary community. for people of color to have an opportunity to tell their stories and have access to a little funding, and integrate them into the documentary community, and just try and get more perspectives and more kinds of stories out there.
Wow, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
So excited.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for spending a few minutes talking with me about your project, because we could go on and on about that,
We could go on.
and our derm connection and everything.
Carolina.
That's right, North Carolina. Woo! The state. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You all stay tuned for more.